Hello everyone, this is Folktale, the evil playthrough, and we are continuing onwards with our quest and our story. I told you, I think last time, that we have a bit of a problem with the meat. Everything else was working just about fine. The carrots weren't really an issue, we didn't really quite care about them. So, because the meat seems to be a problem, we made the new tavern. So with the two taverns, we're really growing the meat a lot, actually. We're getting like a lot more than we are actually consuming. Each of them do at full upgrades about 20 pieces of, I guess, or whatever, glasses or whatever those are, paints, whatever, of meat per each. So we're actually really increasing our meat in a close amount of time. I think we're actually going to be able to do this. Now, I don't know for sure. This isn't going to increase the happiness even further. We're going to be able to increase taxes as well. I'm not going to go for it, not just yet. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. We'll see how much it grows, because if we do that, it may just happen that we're going to be on a shortage again, because it does says like or 2. So it's going to be twice as much consumption as normal, I'm guessing at least. That will by itself produce the same shortage that we have right now. So before I actually made the second tavern, we were also producing 20 because it was fully upgraded, and the meat seemed to pretty much stay at the same amount of number. Actually, it's maybe even slowly decreasing, which was a bit alarming. I made a few changes with the people. We did not gather more peasants or whatever. Well, we didn't build more houses for them. I just took one from the stonecutter and one from the blacksmith. I set one in the where is it? Chapel? Where's the chapel? There we go. The monastery. So we make, actually, to be honest, we make about the same amount of kegs. But I guess I'll leave it there for now. It should actually make more though, if you get to think about it. I don't know for sure though. It never worked when I had more than one worker inside the tavern. It didn't matter if I have 2 or 4. The tavern would produce the same amount of meat anyways. So that brought by itself a shortage in a sort of a sense, I guess, because it was sort of stagnant. Nevertheless, we're all barricaded in. We're all doing just about fine. Let me close the gates, by the way. That may actually be a problem. I think I don't have anybody outside in case we're attacked. Oh yeah, by the way, you can't really get attacked until you're in this plane with your heroes. If you're in a cavern, you don't care about the attacks. Also, this book, we have read it, I think last time, or 2 episodes back, doesn't seem to want to go away. You can always come to it and read it. By the way, I don't think I said what happens when you read the book. It doesn't matter what type of book, as long as it's not the recipe, from which you're just going to get a recipe as a bonus. If you read the book with just some plain text, you get experience to all of your heroes, which is actually quite awesome. We usually got about, I guess, around 100 experience per book, so it's actually quite nice. Okay, I'm gonna put a pause. Something was happening. Somebody stole something. That's sort of a new implementation within the game. Implementation? Oh. We don't have a way to stop it, unfortunately. I guess you could stop it if your overall peasants would be even more happier. But they're already like too happy, plus 2 happy. So I don't know what more than that they actually want from us. I guess we could lower the taxes and have him even more happiness. To be honest though, I kind of did that at a point. Can't really say I saw a difference. The idea is that sickness and them stealing goods, them setting buildings on fire, pretty much is random. Well, except for them setting things on fire. They do that when they're annoyed. You also have an option when you start the game to select if that's only per your wish, or for your wish,
ready for
whatever.
duty.
The idea is that if if the peasants your peasants are too mad or too upset, they could leave the town. That's a thing. So they will just leave and not set things on fire, or maybe they'll go to set things on fire then leave. I don't know, depending on how much they have arson in their soul or something. I don't know, whatever. So last time we've repelled the glade folk attack, the all 3 waves. We fought how was he called, Mossclaw? Yeah, the Mossclaw boss, because he's a boss. So we fought him again, we defeated him as well, no problem, no deaths also. We had a bit of help from our archers, and it was all pretty much just about fine. Okay, now let's see what Mordred has to say for himself. He's probably gonna send us back into the glade to defeat the queen. I'm guessing, at least. I suppose we'll see. In a sec.
You repelled their forces? Excellent. This will come as a painful blow to Nora and her glade folk.
Nora's the queen.
I plan to take full advantage of that and seize the greatest and last source of energy, the Everlight. With its infinite power at my disposal, I can power the factory and more for all eternity. Return to the glade and take the Everlight by force.
Oh, so he's not really sending us to necessarily... Oh, there's something on the table that we can loot. Okay. So he doesn't really send us to kill the queen, I guess. Could call it, but I don't think we're gonna have a choice. Let's see. So hold on a second. Why do you need Everlight if you already have the Rotwood fence? Rotwood? I guess, whatever. Isn't that enough? Okay, or Everlight sounds important. How about you say triple my reward for this? That doesn't sound that bad. But for my experience, when you do that in the game, at least right now, you just get a slap on the face and he tells you that he's not going to disembowel you and you just move on. On the last option, take their last source of energy by force. Awesome! It's stealing from hippies time. What does it look like? Okay, so I guess... considering how we actually played the game, 3 would be our option, but I would like to go with 2 because I'm sort of greedy as well.
You have been quite helpful with my gladeful problems so far. Alright, mortal, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to forget you asked, and I'm also not going to suck out your soul with a straw and shape it into a ball of yarn to give to Bonefinger.
Okay, so like it or not, apparently we're not gonna get, except for the slap, nothing else. We're not gonna get our soul sucked through a straw, apparently, and Bonefinger ain't going to play with us either. So we either go with protecting them, apparently, or something. Or we could just go with 3, which I'm gonna go with 3. If I'm gonna press 1, she's just gonna give me a sorry explanation for himself, and it's just gonna send us to kill them anyway. So let's go with 3, because we are mean and ugly and whatever.
I applaud your bloodthirsty enthusiasm, Fleshling. As to what the Everlight looks like, it is rather indescribable, but most mortal eyes interpret it as a glowing crystal of light. Go deep into Gladefolk territory and you'll find it. You'll know it by the vehemence with which the foolish Gladefolk defend it.
Okay. Yes, that was something. The only problem I have with it all would be that...
Move along.
Well, we kind of found the crystal last time we were into the glade, but it was defending a door, I think, more than anything else. Mordred journal. Oh, this is something to read. Let's see how many pages. Oh my god, there's a few. Let's go faster. This one. First day, 3rd moon of winter. The moaning? Oh god, the constant moaning. Make it stop. Of course they've fallen to fail, not fallen. Not fail, that's so. So, of course they fail to mention that in the job interview. So he was the gatekeeper yet, I think. Time to write a strongly worded letter and ask for a transfer. I knew I should have applied for the spirit plane job. I should have or shouldn't? Okay, I think so. I think he's talking about another job than the gatekeeper. Okay, now let's see. 14. Day 3rd moon of winter. Heard back from my employers today. Not happy. Apparently there is a headcount freeze on. Not only that, they've cutting my department's budget. Not only that, they're cutting my department's budget. How can I manage more souls on less money? Idiots. 6th day, 3rd moon of winter. So he's talking like with the word idiots for gods. Really? you allowed to do that? Okay. Decided to take matters into my own hands. Had an idea to make some extra coins so I can afford a few extra niceties, I guess. Can't do it here. Too many eyes watching. 21st day, 3rd moon of winter. Found a way to leave the dreariness of the plane of shadow and project myself into the physical plane. Recent arrival, Brom, spoke of his distraught wife. She could be the perfect puppet. Oh, he thinks she's a puppet. We're gonna probably get to kill him yet then. I don't think Lilith's gonna appreciate that. She could be the perfect puppet. Okay, a little soulless, and I could manipulate her into summoning me. Oh, there's another entry. 90-day first moon of spring. Lilith has become increasingly receptive to suggestion, and today we struck the deal. I will teach her necromancy so that in time she may bring Brom back. In exchange, she will find the phylactery to act as a conduit, so that I can drop all from my body here in the plane of shadow. So he's in the plane of shadow yet, but he's also in our mortal realm as well. Okay. 25-day first moon of spring. After a bumpy ride, I'm finally here in the physical plane. Now the real work begins. And another entry. Who knew anything? Animating the bones of the dead with the lost souls would be so much fun. I'll have my workforce in no time at all. My scouts have found the source of energy for the sewing machines, Everbloom. So use flowers for energy. I guess that's something. Maybe the magic leaf flower or magic flowers or something. I don't know, whatever. Slight problem in that it's being guarded by some witch called Nara. Okay, witch. Or like a tree hugger. Okay, another entry. Gah, I thought I was finally done with the increased moaning, only to be replaced with a constant chattering of thief. Chatty skeleton workers. Just what I need. So he doesn't really like this place either. Apparently he's just I don't know, unhappy. Another entry. Lilith is growing in power under my tutelage. The corruption is warping her soul and destroying what little more destroying what little moral compass remains. She is becoming a very effective manager. She's asked for time off to pursue a personal matter, something about revenge and tracking someone down. So I guess that was Keith. Well, too bad for him. Well, I think we got some experience. I didn't really look. You guys must have seen it. So I guess that's how you actually do it. You read it. Well, you don't need to read it all. You just need to activate the book and you get the experience. If you don't want to read it, so be it. But to be honest, the writing is pretty good, I must say. I do enjoy it a lot, actually. And also, there's some fun. There's some laughs in it as well. So it's actually quite worth reading it. All of it, actually. Sometimes it's actually pretty insightful as well. I think that's the word to use. What I mean is that you really get in depth with the stories, and it kind of sets the pieces in place of the little puzzle that, well, we have found so far within the world. The game isn't finished, so it's kind of bound, you know, for us to find even more. The gatekeeper. I didn't click on that for some reason. Apparently, it got activated or something. You always need to respec, or well, not respec, reset your key bindings, because they always change. Actually, they don't really disappear; they just change. So return to the glade, find the Everlight. I think there's a crystal in the middle of the room, but probably gonna have like new guards and all that, because we kind of got them all. And I'm thinking, or maybe that's not the Everbloom, and the Everbloom is something else entirely, and we're gonna probably find it next to Nara, maybe? I don't know. Unfortunately, the game sends you pretty much in the same spot a lot of times. That's how it was for us in the normal playthrough with on the good side of the story. Probably is gonna be pretty much the same, and this side, the only, I guess, change within the pace was when we went in the cavern where Bonefinger, the dragon, was. But to be fair, we got there also from the monastery, the desecrated monastery, or whatever it's called, where we just came from. Oh, well, it doesn't really quite matter. Overall, it was quite nice, even so. Even we've made like a lot of trips. Let me put a pause. There we go. So the guards are up again. Let's see them a bit. Pretty much the same health. Level 8 now. Well, we have 3 heroes. For those that don't know,
ready for battle.
The game right now, as I understand it, works in this manner. The mobs will always have the appropriate level and health well, health is going to be depending on what the devs want. Basically, it could be lower or higher on the specific level of that mob, but that doesn't matter. The level of the mob is going to be calculated by the game itself.
For honor!
From the level of your heroes, how many heroes you have. Sir Gregoire, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, I know what you're doing now.
Ready to serve!
He was getting back because Lilith was pretty much doing her thing. I'm not even gonna bother myself to like play. Basically, they can do it by themselves anyways. I wonder how much time one of these has. Okay, not so much. That got answered. I guess I should remove this.
Double time!
They all selected, everything's just about fine. Okay, over here, I don't think there's gonna be any guards this way. There's gonna be a lot though this way. We can turn back though, so we're gonna take the long way. Yeah, oh, I don't even know why I did that, and now I'm figuring it out that I didn't need to because I already see the map and I know everything is what's on it. If you uncover it, you can see what's there basically. So what I mean about that would be, well, if any mobs they appear, you already see them.
Want some?
Even if your heroes are not near. Wow, they're gonna go quite fast. They actually hit pretty decently for how much health they have. That well, doesn't really quite matter. We're gonna
The
move
withering
our
dead
way.
constantly encroach upon our lands. We must purge them from time to time to keep the rot at bay.
Okay, so I don't know why Willow, because that was Willow's voice.
By your
We've
leave.
heard, but it doesn't matter. Apparently we're gonna fight Willow again. That's not necessarily a good thing. She's probably gonna invite us to join her back. And
Outsider, please! You can't take the Everlight! Without it, decay and corruption will consume the glade, our home! And for what? So Mordred can make more sandals?
she's right there. He's making sandals. That's his niche within the economy. Let's see the options. I shall take the Everlight. Your question should be whether or not you die trying to stop me. Wow, that's like really powerful, I guess. Step away, Willow. I have no wish to harm you, but Mordred must have the Everlight. And 3. Why is the Everlight so important to the glade? I would actually go with that just to be just to see why, because I don't really know.
It is our warmth and love, and brings life to the world. Without it, there is only death and decay, and the glade would become a barren wasteland. Look into your heart and feel what is right. I implore you.
Well, right would be to let it be because it's yours and I shouldn't steal it, but we're doing the wrong thing over here. Yeah, so blah blah blah, something love. Cool story, hippie. Now prepare to die. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. This was wrong, but I'm kind of committed to the whole taking the Everlight thing. Sorry about that. So we don't really have an option to join back with the good side. We're only having to go for the thingy or try to kill her as well. I'm gonna go with 1 anyways because I kinda wanna fight her again.
Rise
anyways.
up, sisters of the glade! Defend our home!
Okay, let's fight then. So Willow doesn't have that much health. I thought I'm gonna have to fight her with 3,000 or something health, 3k. And the rest are pretty much the same. So, like it or not, I'm gonna have Sir Gregor go for her. Quicksoul should actually go and manage one of these for now. That's a good thing. No, we're gonna go on Willow. She's gonna come for us anyways. Maybe she's gonna root him and let Sir Gregor alone so he can stun most of them. Now, Lilith should go just back and wait for... Okay, this is a problem. We're gonna have to put like each and every one of them to attack Sir Gregoire over here. I'm also gonna have to do something else. Put the armor on him. There we go. Now let's give a start to as many of them as we can. Let that do the load. Just put the disease cloud down so we damage like as many of them as we can. 1. Let that give you like an order. Apparently she's gonna do that anyways. Well, he's almost dead though, so doing quite okay there. There we go, that's the poisonous cloud. Now let's summon some skeletons. Let's see what Sandbox can do. Let's give another hit here. One of the guys seems to be dead, probably Quixel went for him. Where is Quixel? It's kind of in the back. Let's do an AoE with him. Let's do one of these, eviscerate. I never learned them. I think she can heal too, so that's kind of a problem. Sandbox over here is gonna kick the bucket sooner or later. And Lilith, after Skeletons, the Torment on Willow. Currently we're gonna have to manage Quixel a bit here because he's gonna get killed by Willow in a sec. Here. There we go, that should about cut it. Sir Grigor choosing another target for some reason, I don't know why.
Time to die!
Quixel should go for this guard as well as Lilith, by the way. I think we can pull that down. Soul Reap. Should I get the Soul Reap? Or just Fear? Well, let's try to fear Willow. She's gonna go away from the poison though, but she's not gonna hit for 6 seconds. No one. That's sort of a thing. There we go. Okay. Lilith's really going for the Quixel pretty much done it here. Grigor is a bit off balance. She immune? She's not. So Boss Claw is immune, but she isn't. That's kind of a thing apparently. There we go, another 18 damage. What can Lilith do to really? I think she can summon more of these. Maybe even put this cloud down, but I don't think she's gonna do it because of the way of hers. Apparently she commits to it too. There we go, we're really getting damage. So Rugar's gonna die apparently. It's not dead already. Really? I think, yeah, so Rugar's pretty much dead. There we go. So whatever we do now, we have to do it quick. Oh, she's almost dead. She's gonna die anyways. Quixel's not gonna die, and there we go.
You have corrupted my home, murdered my people, and destroyed our entire way of life. I weep for your soul, outsider.
Well, don't worry,
It's
we're
about
not.
time. I was getting tired of stop destroying our land and exploiting our resources. Boo-hoo! A pity she didn't leave behind a corpse. She would have made a great zombie.
Oh, she's.
We should report our success to Mordric. He'll be more than pleased to hear that snot-nosed hippie is dealt with. Along with the whole access to limitless power thing, of course.
Okay, so unfortunately, this is sort of a bug. From Lilith, I think the disease cloud seems to continuously make this noise even after it's pretty much done. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. It's kind of annoying. Oh well. If you reset the game, it does disappear. I think we have better on Sir Gregory. Yeah, it's 28. That was a 14, so it's double. It was a plate thing. You can see. Still can't open this.
Nothing
Like
to
it or
see.
not, we're gonna have to go back in the glade. Where is that exit? It was not exit. There we go. This is the fastest exit
Mine is
yet.
to obey.
See? Told you. The sound still remains even after you, I guess, finish the fight and all that. Let's put our level up point in Lilith. We're gonna go with Mind, so she can, well, have more everything. It's her sort of primary attribute. Damage is increased further by the primary attribute. Didn't quite seem to be like so. See, I mean, damage still seems to be the same, but I think this is melee, to be honest. So I'm guessing she's going to hit with more damage anyways. We're just not gonna see it.
You call.
Whatever. We're really far into the episode as it is. We're probably just gonna make it to Mordric, and that would be about it for today. I guess, if nothing extraordinary is gonna happen, at least. We're probably gonna get attacked within the town or something, or another fire, or something like that. If so, we're gonna deal with that as well. So I think Mordric's gonna send us back yet again to kill the queen. That's would be the, I don't know, the last task at hand. Well, not at hand, but the last task within the glade. What we could actually accomplish or do. We've killed Willow twice so far, so she didn't even give us that much, to be honest. Just a plate helm of all things. I mean, she's magical, so it for sure wasn't hers. It must have been one of the two guards she was with. We don't have anything of cloth to put like bracers, or whatever they're called. Basically these things on Lilith. So she's kind of naked there. No rings as well. They don't do anything as far as we know, so it doesn't really quite matter. Really? Only Lilith came? The other two are trailing behind or are not even near? Yeah, this is actually like a test. Let's see if only one hero from a party goes within a dungeon. Let's see if all the others, even if they're not near, also go in that dungeon or teleport to the dungeon as well. That would be a thing, actually. It could help out with bugs when heroes are stuck. And there we go, we actually have it. So this is one way. I think there was a ghost there for a second. This is one
Tally-ho!
way to deal with bugs when your heroes get stuck. Go within whatever cave, dungeon, or whatever, just so you can teleport to the guys in. Well, let's see what Mordek has to say. Probably the same things. It's the same book. You can read it as many times as you want, but you're only going to get experience once.
A job well done, mortal. With this, we can expand our operations to include not just sandals, but a whole line of affordable footwear. Villagers everywhere will be able to appreciate the comfort and savings of Mordred brand sandals, shoes, boots, and more. This is a great day for enterprising individuals such as myself.
Yes.
It's clear that you and Lilith work quite well together. So, being the generous soul that I am, I've decided to release her from the bonds of my employment directly into yours. You're welcome.
Why, thank you.
What? No! What about Brom? I won't leave him!
Stop being so dramatic. You can come visit him in between your adventures with Meatbag here. Speaking of adventures, I have one final task to ask of you, mortal. While the complete and utter decimation of the glade has given me great joy, their leader, Nora, still remains. I fear that while she still draws breath, the free market remains in danger.
Clearly.
Defeat Nora, and we will finally have the industrial utopia we've always dreamed of.
Wow. So that's the quest. Go for the queen. Here we go. Return to the glade, find the target court. Tangle court. Yeah, we know where it is. And defeat Nar. We know where it is because you kind of can see the map even if it's not discovered. And the second motive would be we kind of seen it in the normal playthrough. You know, the good side of the story when we did it. Whatever. Ooh, we can loot this still? I think they're empty. Yeah, they're empty. I'm pretty sure about this one as well. Well, how would it have been if we could have looted them I guess indefinitely? You know what I would have done?
honor.
Just come and enter this dungeon like permanently here. I would have like the best equipment out there. I'm that sort of a guy. There's the ghost. I told you there's a ghost around here. So the souls. Oh, there's a coffins actually. So the souls, because they don't have a gatekeeper anymore, just they travel around, or I guess something, in their own despair without being coordinated to the higher planes or whatever. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed the clip, give it a big like to see more, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys and gals around next time. We're gonna continue onwards with the story, try to find Nara, and see if we survive the battle.